Welcome to another episode of Kai-Zen Consciousness. Today I thought we'd take a look at midlife. Welcome, Ehnes here. This is Kai-Zen Consciousness, where you can learn to master your life from the inside out. Recently, I came across a book by Marianne Williamson dealing with the midlife scenario, and it is called The Age of Miracles. So instead of midlife crisis, we get into Age of Miracles. Well, I read through it. Let me tell you, what an awesome book. Absolutely amazing guide. You get the sense that for the most, it is written for women, but there's no reason why men can't take exactly the same advice. I am taking up the challenge. 50, midlife crisis, I don't buy for 1 second. Midlife questioning, life questioning, opportunity to do great things, I'll take that. I'll take that anytime. I'm not in some crisis where I'm going to fall down. I just reject this reality, and as Adam Savage from the Mythbusters has on his shirt, I reject your reality and substitute my own. I can do whatever I want to. It's just that simple. Now, this may be brazen, this may be bold. You may say, I have all of these commitments. You do. But there are those moments in your day, albeit a few minutes, maybe even a few hours, where you get to be for and by yourself, where you get to work on your own self. You get to actualize who you really are. And in your 50s, that really starts to click. It seems that in your 20s, that door isn't quite capable of being opened. I thought I could do it. I really wanted to do it. I remember being 21, 22. I came onto the scene, right? You show up and you go, hey, I'm going to be a wise man. And then you find out you're just not that wise after all. You just make mistakes. And then with those mistakes comes the learning. And that's where the wisdom emerges. You start to find out that things have a certain rhythm. They have a certain pace. And you start to slow into it a little bit. You make your day as wonderful as it is. You deal with the events that are around you as maturely as you can. And you start to slowly, and then incrementally, you start to nurture those moments that are really about you. That's what a midlife expansion is. And as Marianne Williamson said, that is the age of miracles. This is where the miracles happen. What a great time. It's absolutely miraculous. You start to see the subtleties. You get to pay attention to nature. You get to see all of the mystery of the blessings. You get to see it alive. Maybe this has to do with diet and exercise. There must be foods that taste good and that are good for you. The journal called The Aging Cell reported that the phytochemical EGCG extends lifespan by reducing liver and kidney function damage and improves age-associated inflammation and oxidative stress. It turns out that the liver and kidneys really have a primary function in how long and how well you live. That would make sense that we now start to take care of those things. In your 20s, you ignore that kind of stuff because you're not feeling the effects yet. But now in midlife, it starts to pay attention to that. Hopefully it's not too late, but you know there's always corrective paths. So food can be used as a medicine. Next we get into exercise. Personally, I tried the cardio. That's just not what works for me. But what works is diligently walking, doing things intentionally so that I use all my muscles, and then along came yoga. And while I didn't really vibrate heavily with the yoga that I found on tapes or on DVDs, listen to me, there was one video that dealt with 5 simple stretches for a guy. Hey, life is good, right? 5 for the guy instead of, 9 hours for everybody else. So I started doing those 5, and as time started to move forward and I got consistent with it, I started adding a couple more. And then you start reading articles and all of a sudden there's a move that does this and a stretch that does that. And now I have this workout routine where I feel really good. I just don't hurt. I don't have the aches. I don't have the pains. I don't have the stress on my body. I eat much less. I eat better food, and I only eat half of what I used to eat because my body just knows how to process it better. Food is medicine. Exercise is medicine. But that's the body. Now we need to get to the mind, the emotions, and your spiritual health. What I found was really important is that one of my needs was to have a best friend, and with my wife, I have that. So by finding out what we both had in common and what we really wanted, we decided to build our life the way we wanted it. So we have a small gentleman's farm, and we have horses, and we have dogs, and we have the type of home that we really want. And, you know, it starts with a simple drive up our driveway. That is this curving, long driveway with trees that when the leaves are on, they kind of bend over the driveway. It always makes me stop. I drive super slow because it just lets me breathe in that this is where I get to live. I mean, what a privilege, what an honor that I get to live here and be a steward of this wonderful place. Be a steward to these animals. And enjoy this with my best friend. That's midlife. And that's the miracle of midlife. So this starts to create that balance. And next thing I know, I'm coming to, you know, a certain place with my primary career that has gotten me so far, and I'm starting to expand into new areas. I'm doing this. I'm having a great time. I find myself smiling all the time. I used to always smile, but I wasn't necessarily conscious or aware of it. So, you know, from the Winnie the Pooh character list, I am the proverbial Tigger. I just have that bounce energy. That is where I go. I don't need to work hard at pulling that out. It's always there. I just lean back and I'm into that whole energy. I've got that. I am so thankful for that. I am so blessed to have that. And it feeds. It becomes exponential. I want to inspire other people to have energy for themselves so that they can enjoy the fruits of their lives. There's a motivational sign poster that says, a bad attitude is like a flat tire. You can't move on until you change it. I really do understand that, and I think that's really pretty awesome if you think about it for yourself. You got to change a flat tire, otherwise the car's stuck, right? Well, it's the same thing for you. Middle age. What's flat tire in your life? And that's what you need to change so you can move on. Again, I want to tell you this goes back to the strength of your why. I don't see anything more important in terms of all this compass navigation unless you have that solid why. And if that why has strength, it will have sustainability, and that will always allow you to rock back and go, this is why I'm doing this. Let me keep going. You wake up, maybe you're not in a great mood one day, maybe something happens. You rock back and you just take a breath and you say to yourself, hey, what's going on? And all of a sudden, instantly, it comes back what your why is, and you go, oh, that's why I'm doing this, and you move forward. I mean, that's a great way to live. I like it. What I'd like to explore with you in the next few videos coming up are these different points of value in midlife. What is it? What are the bedrocks in midlife? And they're probably bedrocks for all of life, but since we really can't find the subtleties of midlife, I'm going to say we can own that time period. You, me, everybody that's coming up, everybody that's in it, and everybody that's moved a little bit past it. If you watch this, let's take a look at what those bedrocks are. What works? Not everybody's list is the same. I wouldn't want it to be the same. But what I'm saying is there are some fundamental principles that allow you to go ahead and have that why be strong enough so that your life in midlife can move forward and you can really enjoy the years that you have left. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for another episode of Kai-Zen Consciousness where the possibilities are endless.